Alright guys, it is the next day. We are going back to the car. I'm going to show you guys what we did in a little bit better detail since it was dark. So here is the shift knob in the daytime, and really nice 500 gram billet works shift knob, super easy. So pull this thing out. How it installs, it has 4 set screws around the base of the aluminum there. So there's those. They are a 2mm Allen wrench, and that just hugs of course the shift shaft here, and you're all good once you get those all tightened up. So I can just pull this guy off and change shifters as needed. I did actually go back in and add this spacer, which is just a brass barb fitting that fits just perfect on the rod inside. And basically I took the whole shifter assembly, so that includes the boot and the aluminum adapter, and took all of that off, put the brass fitting inside of the shift assembly, and then just put it back on. And that spaced it about an inch and a quarter, somewhere around there, and then re-bolted it back together, and now it is spaced up so you get a little bit better leverage and action with the shifter. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, and today we are going to pull the automatic ECU out of the car, and we are going to swap in the standard ECU that came with the kit. I've been emailing people back and forth. They're saying that the on-off throttle stuff really doesn't come into play with an automatic ECU, because you're just on throttle, it shifts for you. So with the no lift shift stuff, it's totally fine, works awesome. But when you try to drive the car hard, so go hard on the throttle, let off, get back on the throttle, there was a lean spot, so it would kind of break up a little bit, so you had to kind of drive around it. So on throttle, wide open throttle, whatever, let off, and then lightly ease back into it, which is not a fast way to be shifting your car. So we're going to pull that ECU out, see what the standard ECU does for the car, see if it's any better. It might be worse, might be better. Never know if you don't try. All right, so we are at the engine bay here. Here is the ECU that we will be putting in. ECUs, if you didn't know, they're located right underneath this tray. We will pop these 2 nuts off, get the windshield wipers pulled off, and then we can pull off this tray, or at least just lift it up a little bit, and then we'll get access to the ECU and we can pop that new guy in. Windshield wipers come off very easy. It is just 2 13mm nuts. It is kind of wedged underneath the windshield. This one has been taken out so many times that it's a little bunk, so it's not really sealed in there that well. But you'd basically just work this guy up, work it up, make sure you clear everything there. That, this kind of just lifts out. The ends over here, you do kind of have to be careful because it will catch on these body panels and stuff. It's a little bit funky, but you basically just have to get enough room so you can get to your ECU, which is right here. There are 2 it's like those pull connectors. You pull out, so as you guys see, so you slide that in and it is locked in, and then pull out so the connector comes out, and then keep pulling while pulling kind of back, and you get this thing all the way out. And then once you get it far enough, the plug will just slide off like so. Sorry, it was kind of a mess showing you that. Make sure you've got battery disconnected, forgot to mention that, but anytime you're working with electronics, disconnect the battery. And same on the other side. This one's a little bit tougher, but yeah, so you get that clip started. Both of those are now out. We can then kind of slide these up out of the way. So it has these kind of posts sticking up. I like to wrap my finger on this one and then get a finger on the other side. Over next to that connector, there's a post there. Get fingers on both and then just kind of work the ECU out of this. It just pulls out. It's kind of in there just so, of course, it's secure in the car. So we'll just work it back and forth. Of course, I'm gonna drop the camera some more. See if I can do it without dropping the camera, guys. So work it back and forth. There, it is loose. Can slide the ECU out. So this is stage 2, C2 tuned for the automatic car. And this one was one that I purchased on eBay, sent it to VAR parts or VAR parts, and they did the immobilizer defeat, sorry. So it makes it work with any car. It is not limited to the specific VIN number of the car that it came in. So you can just pick one of those up for super cheap. The 2.0 ECUs are way cheap, and then send it off to get tuned, and then your car can still be running or whatever you need to do with your car. And then this is the one, it looks like they also sent it to VAR parts to get the immobilizer defeated. That's funny. And it's for a T4 turbo, I guess. I have a T3, but C2 flash, 2.0 5-speed standard. So this is what we will be throwing in the car. Basically, this side would go down like so, and there's just a little slot, the same slot it came out of. You just slide it on in there and push it in. I don't know why my connectors are so dirty. I should probably clean them. It's okay. So it bottoms out, and then get your connectors gently. You don't want to bend any of the pins. You'll just kind of rest them in. Rest it in. Rest this one in too. Make sure that the locking clip piece is pulled all the way out, otherwise it won't go in right. And you'll see how it closes and slides it on, so you can see the gap that is now there. And then same with this, push with my thumb and push with my index finger, and it kind of guides itself in. There we go. And there we go. Swapped an ECU. And take this guy, throw it inside. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the car back together, and we can go ahead and fire it up, see what happens. All right, so prime the fuel pump. Everything seems to be normal. All right, it runs. It's like really smooth, actually. It almost seems like the car is like quieter because of how smooth it's running. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of test this out a couple months ago. I was looking at it with my Foxwell OBD2 scanner, and this one actually is reading less with the MAF sensor. It's reading 2.5 grams per minute, whereas the other ECU would read 3.5 grams per minute at idle. And then the load rating, this one I could rev it up, put my foot on the floor, and this one would read all the way up to, I think it was like 28% load. And then the automatic ECU, that one would read up to 90, 100% load with my foot on the floor, just in neutral, no load on the engine. So it definitely is going to make a difference in how the car runs. I'm not sure what it's going to do up top or anything like that, but this is interesting. All right, so anyway, guys, that is basically it for that. Kind of a quick video. I might include some driving footage later, like the initial reaction of me driving it. But yeah, we're done with the outside stuff. Got the ECU thrown in the car. It runs. We'll just have to get the reaction to me driving it and see how it works. Hopefully it doesn't throw it into like limp mode or do some searching for anything that isn't there, because I'm not too sure what sensors the other car had in it. But anyway, that was that. We'll take it for a drive here in a little bit. It might be in this video, might be in the next video. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video, or we'll see you taking the car for a spin.